the key security challenges that we are encountering as humanitarian actors are probably twofold. One, we see that the global relationship amongst powers is a difficult one, and therefore we have and are confronted with an increasingly impossibility to find political solutions to the many problems which cause humanitarian impact and force us to act in zones of conflict. So the relationship at global level, but also at regional level increasingly is of concern to us, and we need absolutely a more positive dynamics amongst states to go back to diplomacy and to negotiations on peace. Second, I would say that we are confronted with what I call hyper-fragile contexts in which even increased efforts of humanitarian assistance and protection is difficult to have a stabilizing effect. And therefore we are confronted with these mind-boggling figures that 80% of people displaced by violence and war come out of 15 or 20 contexts which are particularly vulnerable. Mounting a humanitarian and a much more comprehensive response in those contexts is of critical importance. I would like certainly, and after a day here of debate in Stockholm, I would certainly like to see more convergence amongst different actors, peace, human rights, development, humanitarian actors. I think we have each of us distinct roles, mandates and responsibilities, but this should not prevent us from looking what can help support people and how can we stabilize particularly difficult situations. So this convergence needs, again, negotiations amongst critical actors. It needs conceptual convergence, it needs practical convergence on the ground. I would hope that as a frontline organization we are joined by many more at front lines of war and violence, because that's where we have to be first responders and first parties to stabilize the situation in which we find ourselves. Everybody knows that he can't do it alone. I think we need to have badly this convergence, which allows also for, again, the differences of each of one, differences in methodologies, approaches, mandates, but we need at least to know in which direction to go.